Brampton's had some, I mean, last year they gave us a tough game at home, so we'll see how it matches up. But we're fortunate enough to get out this stuff the game plan.
Mike, where do you feel like the team's able to start better? I mean, this is the first game you actually got ready to probably know what to do with it. Playing from a front like that, but you got it to a 29-7 lead at the half. What was the difference this time?
We didn't play Ottawa, Montreal, or Burlington. I mean, it's no disrespect, but I mean, it's an expansion team. It is what it is. I think they're on the right track in Kitchener. I think they've got the right pieces in place. They got a hell of a coaching staff, and they know where they're at. Talking to the coaches before the game and after the game, I've known those guys for a long time, and they know where they're at. And I think they remind me a lot of Hamilton a handful of years ago when they came into the league. I think they've got a good young team, and they're going in the right direction. But right now, it's not a favorable matchup when they play us, and that really contributed a lot. I don't want to take too much credit for it because I think our guys are just we had bigger and better and faster athletes. So if we weren't up 29-7 at half, we would have problems. But on our end of it, what we did to control that is, I mean, we were more efficient in the passing game, and that had a big difference because, like you alluded to earlier, there was a lot of 20, 30, 40-yard plays that could come and score off real quick.
Mike or DeAndre, you can take this. Obviously, defensively, you didn't give up any points last game. The defense has really made a statement in the league. And you're looking at this Brampton team that doesn't put up a lot of offense. How important is it, I guess, within the team here during practice to keep, this side of the ball, the defensive side of the ball sharp? And can you do that through your own team? Go ahead.
I think our defense we're a type of defense, we don't want to give up points to anybody, no matter who they are. So every week we come out, our goal is to just completely shut them out and stop them. I think we made a point, and we want to keep it like that. We don't want to go into this game and have Brampton run out some scores, and other teams like, oh, we might not be too good. We want to come out and dominate like we have every week. We just want to show them that when we play a nice game, no matter who you are, you're going to have a tough time.
It's really not, I mean, that hard to keep the focus on defense in particular. We have 40 defensive players on this team, on the roster. So, I mean, when you have 40 guys and you have 50 defensive backs and 9 linebackers and 90 linemen that are all capable of starting, the first guy better keep his focus or he's going to get replaced. And since the start of the year, I mean, we've got third-year, fourth-year players that have been starters here that are fighting the dress roster. So the competition is great, and that's the big difference right there. I mean, you don't have to, as a coaching staff, it's not that hard to keep guys focused when you have a guy behind them that's not much different.
Are games like this coming up this weekend where you look at splits of period on paper really difficult to prepare for from a coach's perspective? I mean, probably we're seeing the players look at the standings and stats themselves, so they think they should roll through this, and I'm just wondering how difficult it is in a week like this for a coach.
And it gets to the point where it's a little bit difficult, but at the same time, as a coaching staff, I mean, we've got some veteran coaches on the staff. I can't believe that it's been as long as it's been for me, but 8 years as head coach and 16 years on the staff, I've been through some real good times winning a national championship, and sometimes like last year we didn't make the playoffs. And then Coach Renty came back this year with his 20-some, 30 years coaching experience, both here and at the Lancers. And I mean, it's not that difficult when you can look at yourself, and really we're evaluating our guys on a daily basis in practice and in every game. I tell our guys all the time, I don't care whether we're playing Ottawa or St. Leonards or Brampton or Tri-Cities, we're looking at us. When we watch film, we do look at the opponent, we scheme for them, but we're really evaluating our play. And if that means to beat a team 60-0, to feel good about it, then it means 60-0. If it means to win a game 7-6, we can feel good about that too. It just depends on how good we play. And the guys know, they got to look each other in the eye after a game, and they'll know if they gave maximum effort. They'll know if they played well. And like I said, it's not always the scoreboard. Most of the time I can't even tell you the score at the end of the game. But I know if we played well.
I just wanted to ask DeAndre, you guys have given up some yardage in the wins. You didn't do that this week. Just wondering what changes were made to allow that to happen. Was it just cleaner execution? Again, I know the opponent wasn't as strong as the first 3 weeks, but I was just wondering how you guys were able to basically knock them yards off your average.
I think it was just stopping those big plays. In the other games, we started off, we had a lot of early big plays, especially in the first half. And coming out, we just were able to play good in the first half. Our defense played real well in the first half. Linebackers stopped their running game real good. Our interior D did great. And it's just those big games really pile up on paper, especially at the end of the game, no matter when they happen, it's first or fourth quarter. And we were just able to completely do it all game, stop them.
Mike, when you have this many games so tight, you said you've not been through this before. How do you prepare for a game Saturday and then a game 3 days later?
Well, that's a question that I asked the league when they put the schedule in front of us after we didn't play on Labor Day Monday. But you know what? It is what it is. I kind of said it earlier. We're preparing for us. And we're really, we watched film this week and we're going to watch it next week, but it doesn't really matter at this point. We need to be the best we can be. And we're really evaluating ourselves and we're trying to do things that we need to get better at. And basically that's what we're going to do. Over the next 3 games, we're going to concentrate on a win for Gil Fratton. And we're playing ourselves in practice every day. And we're trying to get better every day. And if we do those 2 things, and we're going to win those games. And it's up to us, I think.
You're playing London back-to-back, is that right?
Yes.
I would think that would make it at least easier, or is that harder?
Well, it should be easier for sure. For preparation-wise as a coach, you only have to prepare for one scheme. There's only so many things they can throw at you. We'll prepare for London that way. There's not much time to prepare for the Tuesday when we play on Saturday, but they're in the same boat. And it's harder for them. They're playing on a 4-0, maybe 5-0 team. So their planning is a little more difficult. But we'll do our best with it. We already prepared for London once this year, so that game plan is pretty much already set. Teams really haven't changed much. So we'll just we'll kind of ride that into the Tuesday game and see where it takes us.
I would think finally, number one, staying healthy to guard against injury. You still have to go out and play the game, make the tackles and the hits, but especially in some of these games that, at least on paper, you think should be lopsided. But you can't play that way, I know, to go out and try to play to avoid injuries. That's when, say that you do get hurt. But and the second part is in terms of practice, preparing for the 3 games in 8 days, do you give the guys a little bit of added time off, just so they actually get their rest?
Yeah, we've obviously known this was coming for a couple of weeks, and we've really laid off contact in practice. I don't remember last practice we had full contact. We're only going full equipment once a week at this point. So right now, normally a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday would all be full equipment, full contact practices. For the last 3 weeks, we've only been on Wednesdays. We've been full contact, and even with that, we've had quick whistle practices and so on and so forth. I've ended practices a little early, which is out of my character. We've laid off the running a little bit at the end of practice, which again is a little out of my character. But I realize that it's a tough road ahead. These guys have worked hard to get to this point. And, injuries really are a thing that can derail you real quick. And as a coach, you fear that because it's almost out of your control. So all the factors that are in our control, everything that I have a hold of, we're going to try to control it to the best of our abilities. And if it happens in the game, there's nothing we can do about it. But I'll do my best to make sure it doesn't happen in practice. And I'll give these guys some added rest.
Yeah, I was just wondering, I know when you were at Herman, you guys occasionally got stuck in situations where you had to play games close together because of deals not being available or the various playoffs sort of thing. Thinking back to that, just what did your body feel like when you have to play twice in 4 days or something?
Your body's sore, of course, but usually it's just like a mental thing, getting sore going into the game, and then once that first play happens, the adrenaline kicks in, you're just not looking forward to after the game, so you're getting even more sore. But really, I don't think it'll affect us that much. I hope not anyways, and no one gets injured, but again, the guys are mostly amped up and excited to play, and once that first play goes by, I don't think we think about their injuries, just make the play.
All right, thank you for your attendance today. I'm sure you all want your one-on-ones at this point. I would like to address next week's press conference before we start that. Due to the IIHF World Under 17 Hockey Tournament that is in Windsor this Christmas holidays, we have a press conference next week at 10 a.m. So to Bob's delight, we will be having our press conference on Monday morning, since I know Sunday is out of the question for you guys. So next Monday morning at 10 o'clock, we'll reconvene here, preview both London games at that point. Thank you very much, and enjoy the one-on-one time.